So my hair reg number 2 is I will wash my hair whole, so I don't part it, in different sections. I just wash it whole. I try not to manipulate the natural curl pattern, so I try to keep it intact as much as possible. So here I'm just washing my hair. This time I use the Mineral Fusion Anti-Dandruff Shampoo, which I buy from Whole Foods, and I really, really like it. And I use my Dove, and I do still put a ton of Dove on my hair, just like I did in hair reg number 1. But again, this time I do not detangle at all. So now I'm out of the shower, and I have rinsed out the conditioner, and here my natural curl pattern stays intact, and I still use the coconut oil as a base. And again, I'm just really careful. I try not to change like the curl pattern. I just don't put my fingers through it. Just kind of, I still am stretching the curls though, by pulling down a little bit, because that just helps elongate it, since our hair tends to shrink once it dries. And using this method, it gives me a smaller fro, or whatever you want to call it. Like, my hair is not quite as big, and sometimes I prefer that. So then I take one side of my hair and twist and put in a bun, and I'm actually going to do the detangling here by finger combing and shingling in the product, which I use the Beautiful Curls for babies. And in my other hair reg video, I tell you the different types of products that Beautiful Curls has for wavy to curly hair, curly to kinky, and then one that's in between, which is for babies, and that consistency I prefer. So here I'm doing the detangling with my fingers and with the product, and this, for whatever reason, maintains my natural curl pattern, so it's not manipulated by combing it out. And even though it's blurry, here you can kind of see what we're working with. Alright, so I've done my whole head, and here I'm just showing you how the curls are just really corkscrewed, and in the other hair reg they're just stretched out and they're bigger, I guess. They just have more volume. These ones are defined differently. They're more defined within the corkscrew shape. And I still shake. That doesn't change, like I did in hair reg 1. And that's always fun. And yes, I have my music playing in the background, because you gotta have that, right? So any section of my hair that, especially the front, that just kind of wants to do its own thing, I just add more product. In the first hair reg video, because I had detangled my hair, the front really just had no curl pattern. So I took the front of my hair and braided it, and then when it was dry, I let it out so that there was kind of a braid out in the front. But this here, I don't really have to do it because I didn't detangle in the shower with a comb. So what you see me doing right here is just adding a little Ampro gel to the top and at my edges, just to create a smoother look when it dries. And then I just kind of play with it and see how I want it to, in shaping it for how I want it to dry. And of course, when I decide to make a hair reg video, I have a great big pimple in front of my head, but whatever. So here my hair is probably about 80% dry, and hopefully you can tell the difference from the first hair reg video. We just have tighter curls, more defined in the corkscrew shape, or Z type shape, as I'm trying to show you right here. And it's hard to see on the camera, but I have those all over my head basically. And as it's drying, I continue to shake and just manipulate it so that it'll dry in the shape that I want it to. And here's another look at the back. Have all those little corkscrews going on. Doesn't have as much volume as when I detangle in the shower. So here's a look in this particular video. This is when I did detangle in the shower and then added the Beautiful Curls product in sections, and see my hair is more has more volume and the curls are stretched more. So if you're looking for a method that will give you really tight defined curls, I hope this method works for you.